Tons of people have been waiting for the successor of the A7 III, the Sony A7 IV. Now some of these people are APS-C crop sensor camera users, or some of these people are Canon users who are waiting for the right Sony camera to drop for them to switch systems. Now some people fall into both these categories like me, which means that I'm a Canon APS-C shooter and I'm looking to upgrade to a Sony full frame camera. According to Sony Alpha rumors, the A7 IV is going to have 5.5 stops of stabilization, which is going to be a little bit better than the previous A7 III. So if you want to buy a A7 III right now and not wait for the A7 IV, then you should also invest in a gimbal. Looking through Sony Alpha rumors, I just saw that they published this article just a few days back. They are 99% sure that the A7 IV is going to have a newly designed 33 megapixel sensor. Now being a Canon user, I'm used to hearing the 32 megapixel sensor, which is in the Canon EOS R and also in the Canon 90D. But I think that this newly designed 33 megapixel Sony sensor is going to be much better than the 32 megapixel Canon sensor. As for the things that I would like to see in the A7 IV, given that I'm considering buying it, are a lot. Now what I really want in the A7 IV is a flip out screen. Come on Sony, you can do it. You know you can do it. You know the full articulating screen is the right way to go. You put it in the Sony A7iv, which looks great. Speaking of the A7iv, like you, I also saw a lot of comparisons on YouTube between the A7iv and the M50 Mark II. Let's just leave alone the crop factor disadvantage of the M50. Even if it wasn't there, the A7iv footage looks much better. The 4K footage looks much better than the M50 Mark II. Sony has improved its color science a lot in that camera, and I'm hoping that the A7 IV is going to be no exception. This new color science should be in all of the future Sony cameras, and if it does such a great job in a crop sensor, APS-C sensor, then in a full frame it's bound to be much better than we've seen in Sony so far. I would like a decent menu system from Sony in the A7 IV. I have 3 Canon cameras and I'm used to having a very functional menu system. Now the menu system in the A7 III is crap, but Sony did introduce a new menu system in the A7S III, which is much better than the old one. So I'm hoping that the A7 IV is going to have a new menu system like the A7S III, or even with more tweaks, making it much better than the old crap one that they had in the A7 III. Lastly, I'd like the Sony A7 IV to come much sooner to India. Usually it takes a lot of time for these cameras to be released in India. Even the Sony A7iv E10, although it's available in most of the countries in the West, it's still not available anywhere to buy in India. Now part of the reason why these cameras are being delayed to be launched here in India is because of the global chip shortage, which is also affecting the GPUs. And the other part of it is that cameras usually do take a longer time to come to India. Sony has a huge A7 III base in India. So if they do an exclusive A7 IV launch in India, I'm sure they are going to run out of stock very soon. Now, if the rumors are to be believed, the Sony A7 IV is set to be launched sometime in October, or there's even a little bit of possibility of it coming in late September. It will be able to do 4K 60 and it will borrow the eye tracking feature from the A7S III. Now I'm sure that more features from the photography and video flagships of the last generation will trickle down into the A7 IV to make it more appealing to the budget oriented audience. Now enough about what I want in the A7 IV. What features do you want to see in the A7 IV? Let me know down in the comments, and while you are there, also like this video, and if you like this kind of content, do subscribe. It will help the channel massively. I'll see you again the next time.